All right. Doo-doo-doo. What up? Get a few more warm-up swings in and start hitting the clubs. So, hopefully everybody's having a good night. So we're a little bit pushed over. These nets are a little bit in my way, but I'm not in any rush. So as people leave and I can move over, we'll shift over. Out of that one. I am warming up with the world's smallest iron. So I like to do my warm-ups with this club. What up? Welcome in. Thanks for chilling with me. If you haven't seen me hit a club before or swing a club before, I use the single plane golf swing. I know it looks weird. And I'm warming up right now with the world's smallest iron. What up, gonna call you API. What up, man? So hopefully everybody's had a good day. Monday night here in Thailand. Finishing up my warm-up shots. I got 6 more to do before I get to the clubs in the bag. Oh, too close to the ball. I know that sounds weird if you guys are seeing me swing for the first time, but I use a single plane golf swing, so I'm going to be standing further away from the ball. I'm going to have a wider stance. All these good things. So. Elizabeth, what's up? How you doing? Chase is not with me tonight. Little dude had it's Monday night here, although it's a holiday tomorrow. He could have been with me tonight. He's he's taken the night off just because he's a little tired. He had a really busy weekend. I'll get into that later in the stream, but just finish up my last few warm-up shots or warm-up swings. I like to do my warm-up swings with the world's smallest iron from PGM. If you compare it to a normal iron, right? Like here's my 8 iron, right? It's the size of a sweet spot, smaller than a golf ball, right? Here, I'll show you guys real quick. It's about the size of a golf ball, right? Really tiny head. Just kind of helps me focus in. If you haven't seen me swing before, welcome. I use the single plane golf swing. I just started using it a month ago, switching over my swing style. I've never played golf before. Is it hard to do? I can't figure out your first name, brother, so I'm just gonna call you Griffin. Griffin, yes and no, depends. I mean, it can be a very challenging sport. I'm not a golfer, to be honest with you. My son's the golfer. He's not here tonight though. I grew up wrestling, football, baseball, boxing, things of this nature. So golf was a big struggle for me when I returned to it after not playing for 16 years. I was using the traditional swing, the swing that everybody learns, right? Which is your hands are going to be down, your feet are going to be close together. I felt really off balance like this, right? And then I switched over to the single plane golf swing, which was developed by Mo Norman, the greatest ball striker ever in history. And I switched that about a month ago, and it's drastically improved me. So, like, immensely improved me in just a month's period of time. So, yes and no. So once you figure out your swing and you really hone it in, it can become very enjoyable. But I pulled that one, standing a little bit too close to the ball. Which, if you're tuning in for the first time and seeing me swing for the first time, I know that's a weird thing. Sounds sounds weird considering how far I am standing away from the ball with the compared to the traditional swing. But I use a single plane golf swing, so. But one more with the warm-up iron, and then we'll get into the real clubs. Welcome in. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hopefully everybody's had a good day. Monday night here in Thailand. So I'm trying to aim that. Actually, I pushed that a little bit right still, but I'm trying to aim off center right now, guys. Just because these nets are in my way, I'm going to end up clipping them all night long if I don't. So. Welcome in, everyone. How's everybody's night going? So, I'm working on my single plane golf swing. I switched to it a month ago. Really enjoying it. I know it's not the conventional swing that everybody's taught and normally used to seeing and using, but it works really well for me. So. So I'm going to work my way up through the bag tonight. Hopefully, as I get to the driver towards the end, the range will clear out a bit more and we can push our way down. Because the bay that I'm at right now, the tee doesn't go high enough. It's just too short for whatever reason for me to hit the driver. So I'll save the driver towards the end of the night. I don't think it'll be that long anyhow. But Start with I'm gonna take some full swings, maybe do some chips with the 56. It's not a club I've swung too much. I mean, I've done some chipping practice with it, but I haven't tried some full swings with it with the single plane swing since I started using it. So this will be a first. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't clip the ceiling. Nice high, little 50-yard shot right there. I'm gonna try and stand closer to the front so I don't, so afraid I'm gonna hit the ceiling here. Try to aim for the yellow flag now over here off the right. Ooh. Oh, put it within a foot. That's cool. I don't know if you guys could see that from there. Can you guys see that flag? Probably not. It's, nope, you guys can't see it. That sucks. Ugh. See if I can't put it in the basket right here. More of like a chip here. That was way off. Yeah, that needs a lot of work. Sweet. Oh, put it right on the 50. I'd like to see your one plane swing on an actual course. Yeah, no, Aaron, narrow that stance shorter. Hard to control shorter distances. Yeah, no, I can't wait to get out onto the golf course with the single plane swing. Something I'm definitely looking forward to. It'll be at the beginning of the year. I just want to give myself a full 2 months of practicing and using it before I hit the actual golf course with it. Chase, my son, who the channel's named after, Chasing Golf, right? Me and him are chasing after a game of golf because he's brand new to it. He's been actually playing for 6 months now. I'm returning to playing it after being gone from it for 16 years. And so I switched my swing style over from the traditional swing to the single plane swing about a month ago. Actually, it's been about 5 weeks now. Oh, I pulled that one. It's been about 5 weeks now since I switched over to it. Very much enjoying it. It has improved me immensely in just a short period of time. I'm very excited to get out there. Still got a few more kinks to work out with it. Got to figure out all the distances on all my clubs with it. But yeah. There's 50. Hit it. Low pass. But no, one of the cool things about the channel, Aaron, is that Chase and I live out here, even though we're originally from America, we live out here permanently in Thailand. So you guys will get to see all the cool golf courses here in Thailand and how golf works. And I even have our first course picked out. Chase is ready to go. I just got to teach him how to hit out of a bunker. I taught Chase the traditional swing. He's really good with it, so I'm not going to switch him over. There's no need to. But for myself, I switched to the single plane golf swing because me and the traditional golf swing were just not getting along. It was hot garbage for myself. So I'm not saying the traditional swing is hot garbage. I'm just saying for myself, no bueno. So somebody, cool. I love to see the enthusiasm. Yeah, thank you, man. So I'm just putting in as much work as I possibly can. So I just want to be ready for when Chase and I go out there. I'm not trying to be the greatest golfer out there, but I want to be at least as Bob from Bob Does Sports, right? So I just don't want to be losing a dozen golf balls when going to play a round of golf every time. You know what I mean? And then filling it, putting it, no bueno. So, yo, what's good? What up, man? So, just gonna kind of be chilling, hanging out with you guys tonight, work on my swing. I figured if I'm gonna come practice, I'm gonna come live stream it. So, I get that completely. Yeah, no, the golf is not my sport originally. I grew up wrestling, football, baseball, boxing, all the contact sports, and all these sports have a very like a wider base to them, a wider stance to them, and that was the thing with the traditional swing, the narrow stance. I just felt really off balance. I always have, even 16 years ago when I was in phenomenal shape. I still felt like really, I just didn't feel comfortable ever. And then when my son started playing, he got obsessed, so I got obsessed. And then when I started swinging again about 2 months ago, I tried to give it a month again, and it just was not working. I was like, I can't do this. And so I started going down the rabbit hole, found the single plane golf swing, learned all about Mo Norman and Todd Graves. And of course, what led me to it originally was seeing Bryson DeChambeau. He uses he's taken the single plane golf swing and morphed it into his own thing, but he still uses a lot of elements out of the single plane golf swing, from the single plane golf swing in his own swing now. So. But yeah, just still kind of working out the kinks on it. I'm gonna probably have to get another wedge because I can't have like a full swing 50 and then my pitching wedge be 100. That won't work. But we'll find out the actual numbers in about a week. So one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the phone and I'm gonna film a long form video of using the Golf Boy app of me hitting all my clubs and getting my numbers off of that. But yeah, if you're not familiar with the single plane golf swing, it was developed by the great Mo Norman. It's now taught by Todd Graves and Graves Golf. If you struggle with the traditional swing and you're more of contact sport athlete like I was, I would highly recommend you give it a shot. Just due to the simple fact that you get a wider stance with it, which for me has made me feel more comfortable and more stable. And then essentially, to make it really simple without getting into the details, the way the single plane golf swing works is you're setting up for impact at address. So in eliminating all the things that can possibly or potentially go wrong in the traditional two-plane swing. I'm a bit too close to the ball. I can feel I'm over top of it. See, I knew it. But one of the things is at address is your front wrist is going to be at full Arnold deviation. And what that does is as you return the club to the ball, because you've maxed out the range of motion in this wrist, the club head can only turn back to square or the way that you had it set up at the beginning. So then your arm's going to be straight. Once again, this is a range of motion thing. If you want to know more in the details and the biomechanics of it, I recommend you go just type in single plane golf swing. Todd Graves will pop up. He's the one that teaches it. Learn it from him, not me. I've only been using it for 5 weeks. I came up on my back foot. That's a no-no. Got it. That's the other thing, but that's been my biggest downfall so far from switching from the single plane swing, or from switching from the traditional swing to the single plane swing, is you have to keep this back foot planted and grounded through the whole swing. You're not supposed to come up on this back foot. And I keep doing it. For whatever reason, I keep doing it tonight. I thought I got rid of that little habit like 4 weeks back. There it is. Oh, I didn't order it. Somebody's trying to buy me free water. No, okay. Seen a couple more comments pop up. I'm thinking of getting PGM Golf. Net since your recommendation of PGM, you said it's a great brand, right? Yes, no, absolutely. I love PGM, guys. They make phenomenal quality clubs, phenomenal quality golf equipment. My clubs are PGM. My glove is PGM. I've been using this glove now. This glove, hitting roughly about 100 balls at the range, minimum 2 to 3 times a week for the last, I don't know, month and a half now. So I mean, this thing's gotten a lot of work in. My shoes are PGM. Right, these are really nice. I love the way the quick zip works on here. They're super comfy. I beat the crap out of these things. No, they make phenomenal equipment. PGM is essentially, they're the #1 golf brand in China. The easiest way I can say it is they're basically, I have a feeling they make a lot of equipment for a lot of other brands and just rebrand it to the other company's name. But no, highly, highly recommend PGM. No, they make great quality equipment. Oh, that was on me. I was trying to do something with my wrists, try something new, and it did not work. There we go, a little bit of a stinger there. Not what I wanted. So Todd talks about with the single plane swing, it's address then grip. It goes into the reasons why behind it. There we go. Try to give that one a little extra oomph. I always try to do that with the last ball. Yeah, but I highly recommend anything PGM, guys. Great brand. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a huge favor. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out the stream itself. The current stream. And then, of course, if you want to see Chase and I continue to grow through the game of golf, hit that subscribe button because soon we'll be hitting all the golf courses here in Thailand very shortly. PGM should sponsor me. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. That's funny about I've been in contact with them, not about for a sponsorship or anything, not for me, but Chase participated in a Little Links or swing contest, and the club that he was using at the time was PGM's High Density Plastic Children's Club, which is a phenomenal club. It's just that Chase was, eventually he started swinging it so fast, he started breaking every single one that he started hitting. So I switched him over to the metal clubs, even though technically he's about a year early for that. But he's a pretty big 4-year-old anyhow. But no, they were kind enough to send me out or expedite me out an additional club for him when he participated in the Little Links or Swing contest, which unfortunately due to customs got to us one day late, but at least they tried. It was really cool. So, but no, I love PGM. Breaking the plastic clubs, he's gonna go far, I think. Yeah, I hope so. No, he actually. It's funny because I use the Golf Boy app for all the when I was collecting club data and stuff. It's a app for the iPhone, made by a Japanese company. It's a really cool app. I love it. But it's basically a launch monitor for the iPhone. And I actually clocked him swinging that driver at about 56 miles per hour as a 4-year-old. I mean, it was just bonkers. So. But then I switched him back to, or I switched him to his new clubs, his PGM, his new metal clubs, which you guys have seen him hit if you've seen my son before. And his swing speed has slowed down drastically since then. But at the same time, the head on his current clubs is heavier than what the whole driver was for his old one. But it was like a really hard, high-density plastic. I think I still have a piece of it in my other little bag here. Yeah. See, this was what I was talking about. It's like a real hard plastic, but yeah, he kept, this is me trying, it doesn't look like crap like this. I tried to glue it back together, but kept hitting him so hard he'd just explode the club. It's pretty funny. I actually have a video of a short on him doing it. So, but. Small break, guys. It's hot here in Thailand. So 9-iron next. Chase is not with me tonight. It's Monday night here in Thailand. Tomorrow's a holiday, so he doesn't have school. I was going to bring him tonight, but he said he wanted to rest at home. He had a really busy weekend. So I don't blame him for wanting to stay home. Plus, he really doesn't need the practice. Boy's good to go. He just needs to learn how to hit out of a bunker, which I got to teach him. Even though I use the single plane golf swing, I taught Chase the traditional swing. He's great with it, so I don't plan on switching him over. There's no need for that. But 9-iron in hand now. So. I'm going to try and aim slightly, I mean just a fraction right of me, guys. Just due to the simple fact that if I don't, I'm going to clip these nets in front of me all night long. Just like that. I thought I was going to squeak it by. I didn't. But if you haven't seen me swing before, I use the single plane golf swing. I don't use the traditional swing. I know it looks very awkward compared to the traditional swing, but it works for me. I'm very comfortable with it now. I've only been using it for 5 weeks, so I still got a long way to go when learning it, but it has improved me drastically as long as I can keep my back foot planted. It's been the bane of my existence. It's improved me drastically in just 5 weeks period of time. That is the first slice I've hit. No, probably the third since I switched over. It's pretty rare right there. But I think I was standing too close to the ball, which I know sounds weird considering how far away I stand compared to the traditional swing, but I don't use the traditional swing, so. There we go. As long as I keep this back foot planted through impact, it's been great, but sometimes I have a hard time still keeping it planted. Any chance your club starting in the same postcode as the Paul? Corey, I use the single plane golf swing, so I am lining up the way that Todd Graves talks about. If you're not familiar with the single plane golf swing, it was developed by Mo Norman. The way it works is you're going to have a wider stance. This arm is going to be in, you're trying to keep it as the same lie angle as the club. So you have to back up. You're basically, the club is telling you how far away to stand from the ball. If you want to know more about this, the best thing to do is just type in single plane golf swing and let Todd Grace pull up and talk about it. I've only been using the swing style for a month now. This wrist is going to be full Arnold deviation. The reason behind this is because now that I've maxed out the range of motion on that, when I come down into my downswing at impact, the club can only return to square as long as I've set it up square. And as far as the club being behind the ball, further behind the ball, this is something that Mo Norman figured out is with the traditional swing, a lot of the mistakes happen during the backswing. And so what Mo figured out is by bringing the club back just a little bit, right, in line with the nose, you take away a small percentage of things that could go wrong. So that's why I do that, Corey. Like a driver, Fletcher. Once again, I use the single plane golf swing. What Mo wanted, Fletcher. I mean, you could take that up with. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about my right arm when giving the explanation, but no. I mean, if you go back and you watch, I've been listening to just about every Graves Golf and Todd Graves video there is out there. The only thing I wish I can get from there is the ABT board. Although one of the people in my comments last stream actually gave me the measurements of the board. I just haven't put them out yet. But if I got the ABT board to show me exactly how wide I'm supposed to stand or where my back foot's supposed to be based on the club I'm supposed to have. But no, you're right. The trail arm is supposed to be a lot more relaxed, but I wasn't even thinking about that when when I was talking about it. So, but no, I've only been using the swing for about 5 weeks now. It's drastically improved me. But still learning, still got a ways to go. A couple of people that can actually do this. A tight right arm is the reason for the shanks, or what you call slices. The club cannot get into the right arm position because you put in front of Fletcher. I don't think you finished all your comment, but no, I still got a ways to go as far as getting the swing style down. But I quite enjoy it, even though I know I'm nowhere near perfect at it but it has still drastically improved me in the 1 month period of time I've been using it. But that's why I'm out here practicing, trying to get better with it before I take it out onto the golf course. I want to give myself a full 2 months of using it before I do that. Now that one, I felt myself come up a little bit on the back foot. Caused me to, oh, sorry, it's hot here in Thailand. Caused me to not, whatever. You should try putting the ball uncomfortably back in the stance. Ball is where you pick my driver up. Actually, the ball, to be honest with you, right here. I'll show it. It could be the camera angle, right? I'll show you how I line up, right? So from a face-on view, it's at my front shoulder, which is what Todd, since I don't have the ABT board here, it's where I had to go about 5 years back in one of Todd's videos to be able to find it. But when you take your front step out, the ball should be about 6 to 7 inches from your heel foot, from what Todd said, right? And then you step out until that ball hits your front right shoulder or front left shoulder, right? Figure out how far you're supposed to stand away, get your tilt in, bring the right arm in under, and swing. But yeah, no, since I don't have all the training aids and training equipment, I'm just trying to piece these things together as best as I can. And right now I'm not in a position to be able to join the single plane 30 or the classes that he puts on every month. Not feasible at the moment. Yeah, Fletcher, it's what Todd teaches. It's so Todd Graves. I don't know if you know who Todd Graves is. Todd Graves, it was Mo Norman's #1 student, right? And he told Mo he would carry on the swing and continue to teach it and push it on. And this is where I'm getting all my information from. I would love to join the single plane 30 classes. I can't living out here in Thailand. It's just not feasible at this current point in time with everything that's going on in my life. But it is something I do want to do. But I just dive into the hundreds and hundreds of videos that he has and try to piece these things together. I've only been doing it for about 5 months now, or not 5 months, 5 weeks now. And if you would have seen me 5 weeks ago using the traditional swing, it was hot garbage, hot garbage. Is he the training aid guy? Yeah, he has, so Todd Graves teaches the single plane golf swing. Like, he's legally the person that owns the rights to the to teaching the single plane, not one plane, single plane golf swing. There was a big lawsuit about that years ago. But no, and then he's got all these training aids. He's got like this kind of weird swing stick, which I don't think I'll ever get. But the one thing I do wish he had, or I could get out here in Thailand, is what he calls the ABT board. And basically, it's an alignment board or alignment training aid. And it shows you where your front foot's supposed to be, which is supposed to be the same spot every time, the ball position, and then how far back your rear foot is supposed to be, right, based on the club that you have. So the less loft that the club has, the further the foot goes back, which I know sounds weird, but if you listen to Todd talk about it, he gets into all the biomechanics of it. He can explain it a hell of a lot better than I can. But the tilt comes. It has to do with the front arm. Once again, I'm not advanced enough in it to be able to teach it. So, how long have I been playing golf? I played a little bit 16 years ago for basically business purposes and a hobby. And then I stopped playing for 16 years. And then we moved out to Thailand. And my 4-year-old son saw golf because there's a driving range connected to his school. And he's fallen in love with it. And he's absolutely obsessed. So I started having him hit golf balls and teaching him. And I taught him the traditional swing because that's all I knew at the time. And he's a natural at it, right? And he saw the Little Linkster Swing Contest on YouTube. And since he saw the contest, he wanted to participate in it. And you have to upload your videos to YouTube to be able to participate in the Little Linkster Swing Contest. And because of that, the channel just kind of grew, and here we are now today. But because he's obsessed, I've now become obsessed. But if we're going to continue to push out content and put out videos, and the unique thing is even though I'm originally from America, we live here permanently in Thailand. My wife is originally from Thailand. There's a much larger family here than there is back in America. It's only my mom and my sister in America. So I wanted him to experience a large family group, which is what he has here in Thailand. And that's the unique thing, is we're going to be able to show all the cool golf courses here in Thailand. There's so many golf courses here in Thailand, how golf works here, and just kind of go and play and have fun. So that's kind of the channel. But essentially, since I started playing again, I've been swinging a club again for roughly about 3 months now. So, because the first part of it, my son's been playing now for 6, but the first part of that, I was so focused on him because he wanted to do the Little Linkster Swing Contest. So I didn't even really swing all that much. But no, essentially 3 months. And then about a month and a half into that, I was using the traditional golf swing. I just felt so off balanced using it because I grew up wrestling, football, baseball, boxing, all these contact sports, and all these sports have a wider stance to them, right? So it's one of these things where I didn't feel comfortable with the traditional golf swing with my hands being underneath me in this narrow stance. It just feels very awkward to me. And so I was like, there's got to be something else out there. And eventually I found the single plane golf swing, and here we are today. So now I'm just trying to get as best as I can with it before I head out onto the golf course and film videos. So, because I don't want to lose a dozen golf balls every time I go play golf. But yeah, 8-iron in hand now, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the stream out itself. And then, of course, if you want to see Chase and I grow through the journey of golf and see golf here in Thailand, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, mint it. So 3 months then. Yeah, pretty much 3 months, I guess you could say. So I'm actually going to push over two spaces here just because I keep hitting these nets, and I'm not going to be able to use this bay for the driver when I do get to it. So I'm going to move you guys over and then move all my stuff over here. We're going to travel. I'm going to steal this bay here. There we go. Be right there, guys. Oh. See how tall the tee is on this bay. Oh yeah, much better. This is the bay I wanted originally when I came in. Sorry about that, guys. Here, let's get the camera reset up. Hit the ball? Yeah, no, I was just pushing over a couple of bays. Oh, batted that one. There we go. So I'm going to work my way up through the bag. A bit too close. There we go. It's 2 I've fatted now. Damn, man. Right foot's all jacked up. Good shot. Thanks, man. I try. That's why I'm here. Just trying to get better and better with the single plane golf swing. Golf is hard, yes, Calvin. It can be. You know what's funny is because, like I said, I grew up wrestling, football, baseball, boxing, all these contact sports. Back when I was little, I didn't think golf was a sport. It's a sport. But I don't have a fan. I'm going to die if I don't have a fan. There we go. You don't have a fan on your bay in Thailand, it's going to be one super hot, overly sweaty night for you. Back at it, guys. How long you been playing? Make a super long story short, 3 months. I played a little bit 16 years ago, mainly for hobby and for business reasons. Used the traditional golf swing back then. Stopped playing. My 4-year-old son, who is obsessed with golf, and the whole reason I started golfing again is because he's obsessed with it. He's really the star of the show. His name's Chase. That's why the channel is called Chasing Golf, right? Because we're chasing after the game of golf. A little dad joke there for you. Hold on one second. ADHD brain can't do multiple things at once. Nice. But no, he's been playing for 6 months, and then 3 months ago, I started picking back up the clubs again. And for a month and a half, I was trying the traditional golf swing again, and it just was not working for me whatsoever. Decided to switch over to the single plane swing about 5 weeks ago, and it has drastically improved me in that 5 weeks period of time. I know it looks very different from the traditional swing, but it works for me. So, but I want to give it 2 months before Chase and I head out into the golf course. So, figure 2 months should be ample enough to not lose a dozen golf balls every time Chase and I go play around. But I'm just trying to get in as much work as possible and with it. And if I'm going to be out here practicing at the range, I might as well live stream. As long as I keep this back foot planted and I set up correctly, even if it's not a perfect setup, I see really good results. And that's the thing about the single plane swing I've enjoyed the most so far, is even my mishits are far superior to what my mishits were with the traditional swing. Single plane like Bryson, yeah. Exactly, but I'm going to give a caveat to this. And Todd Graves was talking about this. Bryson does use the single plane golf swing, but as Todd says, Bryson has morphed it into his own swing. Bryson met Todd back when he was in college, and that's when he switched over to the single plane. And then slowly but surely through time, and you'll see this even 4 years ago when he won, between when he won his first US Open to now, you've actually seen Bryson get slightly closer and slightly closer to the golf ball. But Bryson talks about why he has done this, but Bryson uses a ton of elements still from the single plane golf swing. But Todd has basically said Bryson has taken the single plane swing, and because of Bryson's genius and how Bryson focuses so much on the biomechanics of golf and his own body, he has morphed it into his own version of the single plane golf swing. Can you explain the single plane swing, or at least the understanding of the single plane swing? Yeah, Calvin, I can. Obviously I cannot do this as nearly as well as Todd Graves. If you type in single plane golf swing, Todd Graves will pop up. Learn it from him. He's got literally 7 years worth of videos on there to learn from. That's just the free stuff. Essentially, the way the single plane golf swing works is from the traditional swing. You have your feet are going to be narrow, your hands are going to be down below your shoulders, right? Nice and relaxed. This is what we're all originally taught. Now, this is a two-plane swing because you have the plane of the club and the plane angle of your arms. Essentially, what Mo did is switched it to a single plane, right? Where the arm and the club angle are one plane, and then when you reach the top, you're in one plane, and when you reach the follow-through, you're in the same plane, right? But a lot of things that Mo did as well is eliminated a lot of the things in the backswing and in the downswing of the golf sequence that could go wrong in the swing at address. So for example, right, with this front arm, okay, specifically with the front wrist, it's that full Arnold deviation, right? The reason for this is this maxes out the range of motion of the human body. This way, if you set up this club at address and then take your grip on the club and it's square, because you've maxed out the range of motion on this wrist and this front arm, right? There's a bit of rotation things that go on with the front arm as well. But once again, let Todd talk about all this. What happens is when you come back to your downswing, the club face, because you've maxed out the range of motion on this front wrist, can only return square, or only return, the club face can only return to how you had it set up. So, but yeah, that's essentially my basic take on it. But once again, just type in single plane golf swing. Todd Graves will pop up. Graves Golf will pop up. Learn it from him. Especially if you're struggling with the traditional swing like I was. It just makes a lot more common sense when you listen to Todd talk about it. And of course, he's got the biomechanical data on it and everything. Oh, see, it came up on this back foot, and that caused me to top the golf ball. This is still my only bad habit I got to get rid of from the traditional swing. It's happened quite a few times tonight, which I thought I got rid of this little habit. It still surfaces every once in a while. But no, this swing style works much better for me than the traditional golf swing does. The traditional golf swing and me were just not getting along. Sorry, there we go. Does it feel awkward as it looks? No, actually for me, it's quite comfortable. It feels really, really comfortable for me. The big thing is like I said, I come from a contact sports background. Wrestling, boxing, football, baseball. All these sports have a wider stance. So golf not being my sport that I grew up playing, this narrow stance feels really uncomfortable to me. and I feel like I'm just going to constantly fall over in it, which was causing me to make all sorts of weird shifts in my body. But um, but no, just in the month that I've done this swing, I've improved drastically in it. Not just this swing, but just in golf in general. So practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Sorry, that's I had a coach back a long time ago that used to say that is he hated the phrase practice makes perfect, because if you practice something wrong, you're going to continuously do it wrong, right? So perfect practice makes perfect. It's just always stuck with me. Swing your swing. Yeah, no, that's I feel comfortable with this. I'm not saying one swing's better than the other, right? But this works for me. I'm more comfortable with it and it works for me. I'm happy with it. And as long as it eventually allows me to not completely embarrass myself out on the golf course, more than happy with it. So, makes perfect. Yeah, that'd be great. Wish I can get that going, right? So, a little bit of a break here, guys. It's hot here in Thailand. My blood sugar's running a little bit low. I can already tell. What clubs am I playing? Yeah, I'll show you. I use a brand called PGM, right? And these are their new set, beginner set, the YB5s. Um, PGM is a club brand. They're the #1 club brand from China. Phenomenal set, guys. Here, real quickly, I got this whole set. It's a beginner set, right? Comes with the bag, uh, driver, 3-wood hybrid, 5-iron through pitching wedge, a 56, and a putter. I got the bag. No, not well, sort of off the shelf set. Um, I had to order it online from them, but um, no, phenomenal brand. I found them because that's my son's set came from them, and I was so impressed with it. But no, yeah, essentially it's an off the shelf set. But no, PGM makes phenomenal stuff. You can actually find them on Amazon, Temu, other places. But yeah, no, great clubs, great equipment. I got this whole set for $500, including shipping. Any other DC, Tacoma, etc. Not right now. I personally don't feel I'm at the level of. I see certain brands and certain types of clubs. Um, Not to say this is their beginner set. They have a beginner's, intermediate, and their high end set. The high end stuff, their top clubs, pretty much retail at the same prices as all the other brands, Titleist, this, that. But Tacoma, I feel like their irons are their full set. I got this whole set of clubs, bag and shipping, for less than what their irons would have just been. I've never hit them before. I'm pretty sure they're really nice, but maybe I'll take a look at them in about a year or so from now, when I feel like I'm more at that intermediate level of golf. So, but no, I think the direct to consumer stuff is definitely a great way um, for more people to get involved in golf. I just don't feel I'm good enough to use Tacoma yet. That's essentially what it comes down to, man. So, But if you guys are enjoying the live stream, thanks for hanging out with me. Do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the stream itself. And then, of course, if you want to see Chase and I continue to grow through the game of golf, that's why the whole channel is called Chase Sing Golf. Chase is my 4-year-old son. He's not with me tonight. Yeah. But we also, one of the unique things about the channel is we live out here in Thailand, even though we're originally from America. So we're going to be able to show you guys all the cool golf courses and everything. So hit that subscribe button next to it and enjoy and join us for the journey. So, but yeah, what club do I have in hand now? 7-iron. So 7-iron in hand. Feel like I'm thinning the golf ball a little bit still. Which means I feel like I did rise up a little bit. Yeah, see, that one I felt myself come up on this back toe early. That's still the only bad habit it's not technically a bad habit in traditional golf, but it's a bad habit for a single plane golf swing, is coming up on this back toe early. I still have the habit of coming up on it during the downswing. That I just had the ball too far forward. These last few hits not been that great. There it is. See, if I just go back and start from the ground up, that's one of the things I do love about the single plane golf swing is Todd has this system, right? And he talks about, and basically if you just go back to the beginning and you start rebuilding backwards, you'll get yourself set back up in just a few hits. Stand close to the ball, your arms should hang straight down. Max, if I was using the traditional golf swing, you would be 100% correct. I don't use the traditional golf swing. I use the single plane golf swing, which is very different. I do know it looks awkward, but as you can see, once I do set up right for it, it does produce great results. And it works better for me because I don't feel comfortable with the traditional golf swing because of that narrow stance, because I grew up playing wrestling, football, baseball, boxing. All these sports have wider stances in them. The traditional golf swing just didn't work out for me. So over a month, 5 weeks ago, essentially, I switched over to single plane golf swing, and it has improved me drastically. So, but yeah, Max, no, you are 100% correct on everything you're saying if I was using the traditional golf swing, but I'm not. I'm using the single plane golf swing. Andrew, do any pros use the single plane swing? I've seen vids of Mo Norman from back in the day. The closest, there are pros out there that do, but they're kind of like in the, that this is kind of a, let me break this down in two parts. Yes, Bryson DeChambeau, right? But he has morphed the single plane golf swing, the traditional version of it, into his own version of the single plane golf swing. That's the easiest way to explain it there in the short answer. Todd Graves actually goes into how Bryson did this and made this transition and changed the original single plane golf swing into his own version of it today. And what we see Bryson using today, but he still uses a ton of elements out of the single plane golf swing, such as this front wrist and front hand and front arm. You see Bryson talking about that all the time. There is a couple of golfers that are in like the smaller tours, the PGA Europe, PGA Asia. There are a couple here and there. But I mean, I think since the single plane golf swing is not that common in the first place, since it's not taught commonly, I mean, we're talking with professionals, they're the 1% of the 1%. You know what I mean? So it's pretty rare to see somebody using the single plane golf swing in the first place. So to find somebody using the single plane golf swing and having them be in the 1% of the 1% is even going to be harder. Now there are a few professionals that use a one plane style golf swing, which is different from the single plane, but that's a whole nother ball game that I don't even want to attempt to get into. Push that one a little bit. I think I had the club face open a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So no, the single plane golf swing works wonders for myself. I know it's not for everybody. I know it's not conventional. I know it looks awkward, but it works well for me and has improved me drastically in just a 5-week period of time. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah, no, Mo, man, Mo's crazy. If I could be 10% as good as Mo, I'd be more than happy. The dude was incredible, absolutely incredible. I think because of the way the world and the way golf world was back then, back in Mo's day, I think we got robbed of seeing a great really be one of the best ever, not getting to compete. But that story, I don't know if you guys know that story, but what tour do you play on? I don't, man. I don't. No. So I just play because my son got obsessed with golf. My 4-year-old son, Chase, it's the reason why the channel's called Chasing Golf, right? I thank you for the compliment, but no, he got obsessed with the game of golf about 6 months ago. And because he got obsessed, I've got obsessed. And then about 5 weeks ago, I switched over to the single plane golf swing, just out here practicing as much as I can. If I'm going to be practicing, I might as well live stream it because Chase and I are going to be hitting the golf courses here in Thailand and showing you guys all around Thailand and how golf works with all that come the beginning of the year. So there are amateur tours out there you can play. Maybe a year or two away from that if I had ever consider it, but we'll see. I have no plans on that. Just kind of maybe my son one day, but I am pretty competitive, but I've got to get back out onto the course. There's a ton that I still have to learn and do. Not even anywhere near that thought space. No, actually, golf is huge here in Thailand. Here's what's crazy. I'm originally from California. There are more golf courses in Thailand per capita than there is in California. That just goes to show you. No, golf is huge here in Thailand. Just from where I live, in a 10-mile radius, there's like 6 different golf courses. So, no, golf is huge here. And there is actually, I see tournaments all the time here in Thailand. Pop up on Facebook and things of that nature. Here at the driving range, I see posters for it. Just nowhere near in that thought space right now. Oh, man. Sorry, guys, just trying to get some sugar back in me. What? 6-iron next. And then after the 6-iron, 5-iron. After that, the driver. Todd says the driver is the most important club in the bag. So, and goes into the reasons why behind it. So I'm going to spend the most amount of time I can on the driver. All right, back to it. Oh, my glove's a little wet. Sweaty. Forgot to dry it in the fan when I took the break. If you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button up at the top. It really helps out the stream itself. And of course, if you want to see Chase and I grow through the game of golf and see all those cool golf courses here in Thailand, hit that subscribe button. Chase and I are really looking forward to showing everybody around Thailand and all, like I said, how golf works here in Thailand. YouTube community has been so kind to us, so we want to do what we can to give back to you guys. We also do a live stream every Saturday night here at this driving range. We're always going to do that. For as long as Chase and I are on YouTube, we're always going to do that because that's going to be our way of hanging out and getting to chill with you guys. Oh, I fatted that one. So if you're just joining into the stream, I use the single plane swing. I know it looks very different from the traditional swing. despite what you saw from the first shot, it does work well for me. Yeah. Nice shot. Thanks, Aaron. Really appreciate that. And I'm working hard to just be able to be good enough towards where I go play around the golf. I don't lose the doves and golf balls. If I could be as good as Bob from Bob Does Sports right now, I'm more than happy with that. Adam, hi. What up? What up, Adam? So, got to take a few breaks here and there, guys. It's hot here in Thailand. I used to teach the one plane swing. It's interesting. You've got me intrigued. Yeah, no, I love the single plane swing. Um, just type in single plane golf swing on YouTube. Todd Graves will come up. You'll learn tons from him. He has his YouTube channel's got 6 or 7 years worth of free content that just goes into the biomechanics and everything. And if you really understand the game of golf, which you probably do way more than I do, you're going to be very, very intrigued with it. So tons of stuff out there. Love to see the grind. Thanks, man. Try closing your stance a bit. Bring the ball just a couple inches closer, and you should allow for a nice draw. Jamie, I don't know about doing that right now. I'm still learning the single plane golf swing. Um, um, I just set up the way Todd Graves teaches it and go from there. I wish I had, although I did have someone in the live stream help me out by getting me the measurements to the ABT board for the single plane golf swing, which is great. I just haven't put them on an alignment stick yet. But no, I just try to do the setup the way Todd Graves teaches it. So. No, I know it looks very different from the traditional swing. A draw would be cool. I think there is a way to do it with the single plane swing. But I'm still in the basics of it. I've only been using it for about 5 weeks now, so still working out all the kinks with it. I'm pretty sure that would just be, as far as single plane swing goes, that'd probably just be adjusting the club path a little bit, and I'd probably get a nice little baby draw out of it. When I hit the ball really, really pure right now, I get a nice, tiny cut right now, or fade, whatever people want to call it. Oh, I pulled and fatted that one. See, that's what when I do know I get too close to the ball, which I know sounds strange seeing me stand as far away as I am, in my setup, is when I pull it like that. Thin that one. Had the ball too far forward in my stance. The reason I know it was that, instead of, because I have a tendency to come up on this back foot, which is a massive no-no for the single plane swing. And I didn't come up on my back foot or rise up, so. One more for the 6-iron, guys. Then I got the 5-iron. And then the driver. Sorry, ADHD brain can't do multiple things at once. I didn't realize you were doing single plane. Thought you were going for traditional. No, man. No, me and the traditional swing didn't get along. So about 5 weeks ago, I switched from the single plane or from the traditional to the single plane golf swing. It has improved me immensely. So, but no, not a problem, Jamie. So. Yeah, no, me and the traditional swing did not get along. It looked absolutely horrible. Awesome. Keep up the grind. Good luck. Thanks, Jamie. Really appreciate that. Yeah, no, if I figured out if I'm going to be out here practicing, I might as well live stream and hang out with you guys. Right. If you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button up here. Helps out the stream itself. And then, of course, if you want to see Chase and I continue to grow through the game of golf, even though Chase isn't here with me tonight, he's the real star and stud of the show. Hit the subscribe button next to it, because Chase and I will be going out and onto the golf courses come the beginning of the year. The only thing that's holding us back is me, because he's ready to go. Awesome. Keep up the grind. Good luck. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope to see you around. All right, guys. 5-iron, and then the big stick the rest of the night. So, yeah. In fact, the driver was the reason the club, the whole reason I even switched over to the single plane swing, because that club was so god awful garbage that I was only able to hit it about 100, 125 yards, and it just sliced right so hard, so bad it wasn't even funny. It's just so frustrating. It's been that way ever since I started playing golf. And then I switched over to single plane golf swing, and week by week, it's been getting better and better, farther and farther. And in about a week or so from now, I'm going to um, start getting all uh, my distances for all my clubs. So, ooh, too close to the ball. A little bit of a push. Probably had the club face open a little bit too. That was a nice contact though. Oh, I fatted that one. Got that one off the toe. There it is. So, thin the crap out of that one. Had the ball too far forward in the stance, but at least it flew nice and straight. That's the thing with the single plane golf swing. It's turned my mishits into not being so horrible. Pulled that one. That was on me. I felt me do it too. I felt myself do it. Yeah, if you guys would have seen me a month ago, ooh, me and the traditional swing were bad. Everything was either a slice or a hook. Oh, I fatted that one. I felt like I was too close to the wall. Which I know sounds weird seeing how far away I'm lining up, guys. It's just the way the single plane golf swing works. Send that one too far forward in the stance. All right. Get some lessons, my guy Nick. I use the single plane golf swing. If there's somebody out here that in Thailand that could teach me the single plane golf swing that was certified, I would. But there isn't, so I can't. Got to teach it to myself. So, but if you're thinking, Nick, that I use the traditional golf swing, I don't. That's why it looks so completely different. But no, Nick, it's not that I'm lining up weird on purpose. Well, I am, I guess. Just weird to the traditional swing, not the single plane swing. But hopefully everybody's having a good night. That's it for the irons, guys. From here on out, it's the big stick. So yeah, this was the club that I struggled the most with. Back about a month or about 5 weeks ago. I couldn't hit it to save my life. And since switching over to single plane swing, it's gotten better and better and better and better. And now I enjoy hitting it. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Something's going on with the phone, so it looks like I'm going to have to restart the live stream. Hopefully everybody comes back, but that's something funky. I keep getting this weird message. So let me restart the stream, and I'll see you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes from now.